saw the Sox play at the Oval.
Anyone can start.
Coach, any update on Haley heading into the game?
Should be probable. Game time decision, but she's looking on track to be ready.
Okay.
And Mariah too. Any updates?
I don't think Mariah will be available for today.
I want to ask about defense.
Sure.
At halftime, how will you know if you're defending well?
I think there's 3 areas that we want to try to control at all times, not just for this matchup, but we want to be great in transition defense. We want to win the paint, and we want to win the boards. So I think if we are able to, to control those consistently, then we'll be in good shape.
Did you hear from Becky today? Just like your first game?
I talk to Becky all the time. Yeah, she, we both wished each other luck for today. It's probably different for both of us, not being by each other's side, but we both wish nothing but the best. So.
And Natalie?
Natalie wished Natalie luck yesterday. It was good to see her on the sidelines and in control of her team. And I know they didn't come out on top, but they put forth a great effort. And so there's nothing but good things in the future for Golden State.
What did you notice when you got here, when you got to town, got to the building? Just anything stand out to you about just memories? Oh man, I remember walking down this street.
For sure, always. Always when I come to Indianapolis, it was back in 2016, 17 was my first year here. I worked for the Fort Wayne Mad Ants in the G League, and I didn't think it could get much better than that. And then fast forward a few years later, and I'm assistant coach on the Pacers staff, and that was the pinnacle of my career at that time. And so I had a lot of great relationships built here, a lot of great memories. We had our gender reveal here in Cambridge, and so it's a lifetime of memories in this building and in this city. And tonight, hopefully we can create another one.
Did you sleep last night, stare at the ceiling? What was that like, and what was the feeling you had when you woke up and then when you walked into the arena?
Yeah, it was a great feeling coming into the city, but it's been positive vibes so far. It's been I feel we had a quick team meeting last night, and just got together and just talked about the expectations for this season. But I think we're connected. I think we're together, and for me, that's the most important thing coming into this game one. And so the results are going to be what they're going to be, and we'll handle it from there. But I think first and foremost, we wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page as a team, and that we'll take care of the game as it comes.
Tyler, when you say expectations for the season, what do you mean? What were you wanting to convey?
That it's about who we have in this room and in the locker room, and it's a long season for all 13 teams. There's going to be up and downs, game to game and day to day and season to season, but it's a matter of us staying together through it all. And so that's the message that was dispersed last night.
You talked a lot about the coach and injuries, the player, and trying to meet things with her. What's it like to just coach the person?
She's a winner. She's tough. Everything that you see out on the court is who she is as a person, and so it makes it easy to relate. It makes it easy to come to work and want to fight for her, because she's going to fight for you, and I think her teammates feel that as well. And so it's been, who you see on the floor is who she is off the floor.
What stood out to you the most this week with your group heading into this game?
I think the concentration. I think the attention to detail as the week progressed. We understand what's in front of us, and again, we want to make sure that we're putting our best foot forth in terms of being who we want to be first and foremost, and then our focus was attention to the opponent. So.
Does a WNBA game in this building, does it look different, sound different, than it does anywhere else?
Yeah, I think the WNBA games as a whole feels different from what it's been. I think the eyes, the attention, the interest, the engagement, it's up everywhere. And so Indiana has an amazing crowd, Chicago has an amazing crowd, Vegas has an amazing crowd, Minnesota, New York, Seattle, Phoenix, the crowds have grown and are they provide a great atmosphere for fans and for players and for coaches. And so we're excited for the opportunity today to play in front of a great crowd and a national crowd on television. And so anytime we can we can play in front of a crowd like this, we're going to take advantage of the opportunity.
Go ahead.
How does scouting just for game one, knowing that they scouts are teams often don't scout them. Like, how does that compare today versus a normal regular season game? You know, game 20, game 30, etc.
I think as the season goes, you just become a little bit more familiar with what to expect, whether that's sets or just a team identity. I think that right now we're still in a mode where teams are trying to find who they are, and I think that's consistent across the board. There's a vision of who each team wants to be, but how you get there is going to take some time. And so I think we can only control what we can control. We go off of what we know about individuals and kind of take it from there. One thing you know about Indiana is they're going to push the tempo, push the pace, and so from that standpoint, that's where our focus was.
When you talk about limiting the paint, does that mean like limiting paint touches, paint points? Like how do you see that?
Yeah, all the above. I think that you know, when teams are able to live in the paint, it becomes open season for shots at the rim or kickouts because you're sunk the defense. And so I think it's just a matter of you know, how we're able to limit those deep paint touches and get out to contest shooters, but also you know, they got bigs inside in the Leah Boston. They can do damage down low, and so we want to make sure that we're intent from that standpoint as well.
Time for a few more.
Van Lith had not been on the injury report, I don't think. When did she? Oh, she was?
Yep.
Okay.
She's good.
Angle for coach.
I know you were followed this team from afar last season, but what areas of growth have you seen specifically from Angel and Camilla so far?
I think they're just a year under their belt makes so much difference, and so I think that they're a little bit more aware of who they are as players, but then also when it comes to playing at the pace of the W and learning the rest of the league and things like that, they're just a little more in tune to what to expect. And so I think with that just naturally comes from experience, and now with the vet leadership that we've been able to add as well, they've been able to kind of get them up to speed even more. And so you know, I think they're on the right track.
Thanks, everyone.